right, boys, we are back, and it's time for the Year 8 playoffs, Round 2 against the Winnipeg Jets. And we came off a crazy first round against the Boston Bruins. We were trailing 3-0 in the series, came back to win 4-3. Unbelievable. It happened to the Boston Bruins once again. So, I'm in a bit of a dilemma right here. I know I want to start Malcolm Subban going into the next series. He's definitely deserved it. But we have some injury guys coming back. Len Little, I think, is back. I think Fenske's coming back. Actually, I think he's ready to come back as well. But I've also won 4 in a row with this current lineup that we have. I'll show you the lines right now, all right? So what do? Do I go back to what we had going into the playoffs, or do I keep what's on the ice right now? Part of me wants to keep it, but it's a new series. It's a new team. It's interesting. I don't know what I should do. I think maybe I should try one game with these old lines that we just did, and if we lose that first game, then go back. Because I know Fenske's back. Bowen is good, and we're 4-0 with him in the lineup. But Fenske he's been playing all year for us. It's tough. It's tough. I don't know what to do. We know Subban's going to start. And right now, Fenske, he's 87 overall. Let's compare him to Bowen. Bowen's got a great defensive category. I do know that. I mean, look at his defensive category. It's almost in the 90s for everything, basically. He doesn't have much of an offensive category. He's strictly a defensive defenseman. And his athleticism isn't bad. And we'll test him out against Fenske. All right. And Fenske's got a good offensive category. Not as good as he's got better defensive awareness. Doesn't have as good athleticism. Oh, it's tough. It's tough. You know what I'll do? Because we're 4-0 with this current lineup, I'm just going to play one more game, and the next time we lose, then I'll go back, all right? Unless we're up 3-0 and then we lose 1, then I'll keep it. But I got to go with what's rolling right now. I have to. I definitely have to, all right? So let's simulate and let's check out the Winnipeg Jets. Now, we've actually faced these guys a few times in the playoffs so far. So we know what they're about. They do have some good offensive guys, and their goalie, Pavlik, he ain't bad, and defensively they should be good. Let's see if they have the same kind of depth as the Boston Bruins here. Their first line, Kane, Burmistrov, and Little. These guys just keep getting better. They're probably in their late 20s now. Kane is a 91, Burmistrov's a 90, and Little's an 88. Those guys, remember Boston, they had the great defensive offensemen. These guys, strictly offensive offensemen. I wouldn't say that they have a great defensive category, but you know what? They can definitely score goals. So, not a bad first line. Ours is better, though. Second line, Ruck, Grabowski, and Ladd. Not bad, I guess. Ruck and Grabowski, maybe they have really good offensive categories. I know Grabowski's not that bad. But our second line is definitely better. Andrew Ladd's a nice power forward there. Not too bad, but again, our second line is definitely better. Their third line, Henriettus, or however you pronounce that name, 87 playmaker, not bad. Lippin, 82 playmaker, that's really not that good for a third liner. And Vincourt, sniper, 81. Unless those guys have really good offensive categories, I guess. But I think Boston had the better third line. And then the fourth line, Mraz, 81, Scheifele, 79, and McGuire, 81. So it really looks like they only have 2 okay lines, and then that Henriettus guy on the third line's not bad. But they have like 5 players who really aren't that good. 82s, 81s, and a 79. So I think Boston on offense was definitely deeper. Defensively, though, yeah, you know what? They definitely have a better defensive core. Bufflin, 89. Enstrom, 89. I think he was injured last time we played these guys in the playoffs, but he's back this time. So Bufflin and Enstrom, that's a pretty good first-line defensive core. Second-line Chariot, his overall is only up there because he's a tough guy. I wouldn't say he's got very good individual stats, so we won't worry about him. But Bogosian, he's really good. 88 two-way defenseman. All right, so you got 3 great defensemen for power play and penalty kills. And then the third line, Zinkan and Kuzmik. That Kuzmik guy, defensive defenseman, 85 overall, not bad, especially for the penalty kill. All right, so they do have 4 okay defensemen, 3 really good defensemen, and the fourth is okay. So the power play and the special teams, I think that's what if they're gonna beat us, it's gonna be because of their good power play and their solid penalty kill. All right, if they're gonna beat us, I don't think they are, but if they are, offensively and defensively, we have them covered. And Pavlik, he's 82 overall, and their backup is Brennan. Jesus, my head's all over the place right now. Pavlik is 92 overall. Brennan is 82 overall. All right, so their backup is not that good, but Pavlik is definitely a number 1 starter. So once again, I think Boston was the better team, even though they were the 8-seeded team. I think Boston was better. All right, but I think that these guys can put up a little bit of a battle. Especially power play. We got to watch out for that first line. Little, Burmistrov, and Kane. And look at the bottom right. It looks like those guys are actually producing for them. Little is leading in goals. Burmistrov is leading in assists. And Kane is leading in plus minus. So their best players need to be their best players. And they are right now, all right? So we're on a 4-game winning streak. I'm going to keep the lines the way they are. Game 1 of round 2 against Winnipeg. And we're back in Tampa Bay. All right, so here we go. Can we put that first series behind us and keep the roll going, the roll that we're on right now? Let's see what Malcolm Subban can do for us. I had plenty of good nicknames for him. We'll have to see what comes up here. All right, so here we go. First period. Oh, we get 4 goals. All right, we break out. Garbajovsky gets one by Sub-Zero. Should I start calling him Sub-Zero? That was a good one because he's ice cold. He's got ice veins, baby. Alex Lemieux got one for us. Beaulieu. Len Little, he came back good. And Tyler Seguin. All right, we should have enough goals to win this game already. All right, so here we go. Second period. Oh, we got another 2. Nick Ritchie and the Nuge. I don't really like this because if we well, you know what? Let me do a regular simulation. We've seen it happen before where teams have come back. All right, we got this game. 7-1. Beaulieu gets another goal. Yeah, we got this game. 8-1. No, guys, stop scoring goals. You're embarrassing them. They're going to come back firing in the next game. Stop embarrassing them. All right, just play defensively. There we go. All right, 8-1 victory. Hell yeah. You see what I mean about Boston, man? They really are a defensive team with all those players. We didn't even come close to getting 8 goals in the last series. It looks like Winnipeg is more offensively minded, and they don't have any good forwards who can play defense, right? I think Boston really, they had really good defensive players, and it showed. But Beaulieu had 2 goals, the Nuge had 3 points, and Nick Ritchie on the first line gets 2 goals. Way to go. I got to come up with a nickname for Ritchie as well. I like Sub-Zero for Subban, I do. And there's another game, 5-0 with Subban in the cage. Unbelievable. Tampa Bay has sustained multiple injuries. Oh my God, more injuries. What's going on right now? All right, hang on. Who got injured? Let me just go to the line changes, see who got injured here. Third line center, who was that? Shen? Was it Shen? No, it wasn't Shen. Lofthouse? Did Lofthouse get injured? Yeah, I think Lofthouse got injured. So we got to put Fensky or Piero Zobatel in there. I'll put Piero Zobatel in the middle. But I'm going to move Braden Shen down because he's a better third-line center. I'm going to bring up Len Little to the second line. Actually, you know what? Granny Smith, he's been having a great playoff run. I'm going to give him the second-line duties with Seguin and Stamkos, right? Len Little, he's been getting injured, so we'll put him on the third line. He had a goal that game, but who didn't have a goal that game? So Len Little, Shen, and Piero Zobatel. All right? Don't tell me Malcolm Subban got injured. No, he didn't. All right, good. All right, so we just have to replace Lofthouse. So I'll put Granlund up on the first line power play. There you go. Granlund. There you go. Penalty kill. Seguin, Ritchie. We can put Brown in there. Dustin Brown. There you go. Ritchie can be the second line penalty kill. And where's Shen? I'm gonna put. Oh yeah, I did best lines when we were down 3-0. That's why. Braden Shen. I'm gonna put you on the penalty kill as well. All right, it's 3-man penalty kill. Looks good. Shootouts. We'll just put Dustin Brown in there. It does. Oh, wait. We just put Beaulieu in there. Oh, my God. Just put Ekman Larson in there. It doesn't matter. All right, there you go. Very nice. Yeah, that's all we needed. I wonder who got injured. It was probably a day-to-day injury where they can still play. Yeah, it was Lofthouse, and Len Little is still injured. All right. Our AHL team won the first game. All right, so we won't worry about that until game 4 or 5. All right, so game 2 here. We're keeping the lines the exact same. Trent Lofthouse got injured, but that's all right. We still have enough players that we can get this done. Now, let's see if they're pissed off about game 1 here. All right, first period. Oh, we got another one. Nick Ritchie, shorthanded goal. This guy's starting to step it up. Give him first line minutes, and this guy's producing better than Stamkos even. Unbelievable. Second period. Okay, they got one, Ruck, but Seguin got another. All right, so we're having no problem scoring goals in this series. That's good. Get one more for Malcolm X, maybe? Malcolm X? I don't know. I think I like Sub-Zero better than Malcolm X. All right, here we go. Come on, boys. Get one for Subban. Get one for Sub-Zero. Come on. Here we go. He does. Oh, he needed one. We needed one. The little lion man gets one. Oh, we're going OT. We needed one. Can we step it up in overtime? Come on, somebody. Somebody play for Sub-Zero here. Come on, somebody. There it is. Piero Zobatel, the North Korean, gets one. Oh, my goodness gracious. Unbelievable. He steps in for Trent Lofthouse and gets the OT winner. Oh, my God. Man, we always have these young guys stepping up in overtime. Last year it was either Sorensen or Harper who had some. Oh, my God. They're getting some clutch goals for us. And Subban, he did great for us. He didn't hold out. He didn't hold out in the third period, but we didn't have the routine. If he had a 2-goal lead in the third period, he would have held out. So we're 6-0 with Malcolm Subban in the net, or Sub-Zero. All right? Yeah, I think I like Sub-Zero. That's a pretty good nickname for him. It means good, too. Like, it has a lot of good definition to it. All right, Lofthouse has been injured. Man, Lofthouse is pretty much out of the playoffs. He's been injured to 8 to 9 weeks. My goodness gracious. All right, we're going to have to run with it. That's all right, though. Here we go. Game 3. We're going back to Winnipeg. We couldn't be in a better situation right now. We're up 2-0, so don't really have anything to complain about right now. We can get this done without Trent Lofthouse, all right? So here we go. First period in Winnipeg. I expect them to step it up either this game or the next game for sure. All right, so here we go. First period. We get one. Steven Stamkos. There he goes. He's getting tired of this. He's got to get some goals for us. Way to go, Stamkos. Here we go now. Second period. Oh, they got one. Andrew Ladd, their captain. Both captains scoring goals. All right, so here we go. Third period. Come on. You guys got to step it up for Sub-Zero. There you go, Little baby. There you go, Little Richie. No, I can't call him Little Richie. We have Richie on our team already. We need one more for Sub-Zero. Come on. We need one more for him. Give him the routine. Does he need it? There you go. Empty netter for Stamkos. All right, it's an empty netter, but you know what? It's a dagger. It's a dagger with 4 seconds left, all right? And he already had one in the game anyways. So Stamkos finally had a good game. 2 goals. Way to go, Stamkos. And maybe he had an assist on Little's goal. I don't think so, but maybe he did. You never know. All right, so there you go. Stamkos finally stepped up. And he did step up in Game 7 of the last series. He had 2 assists. Subban gets a nice freaking shutout. Wait, it wasn't a shutout. How do you have save percentage of... What? How do you have a goals against average of 0 and a save percentage when Winnipeg had a goal? I don't even know. What did Bernie Mac come in and just... How did Bernier play that game? It's saying Bernie Mac played that game. Jonathan Bernier has earned 92 experience points. What? How did that happen? Hang on a second. Let me go back here. I don't understand that. How did Bernie play? Subban is starting. Yeah, Subban is still... I don't know what happened there. Apparently the coach for a second had to put Bernie Mac in the cage. I don't know. Maybe Subban had some equipment problems coming into a period or something like that. All right, so I don't know what happened that game. It said Bernie Mac allowed a goal, though. The one goal that they scored, it was on Bernie Mac. And then Subban came in, but why would you... I don't know what went on there, boys. That was some weird stuff right there. Whatever, though. We're up 3-0 in the series. All right, Subban is 7-0. He didn't get the win for that game though. Look, he only has 6 wins still. Man, that was funky. I don't know what was going on there. Whatever. I'm the GM. I'm not the coach, right? The coach does what he feels has to be done on the ice. So I mean, whatever. It worked. We won 3-1. All right, it doesn't matter. It worked. So here we go now. Game 4. We can sweep the Winnipeg Jets in round 2. First period. Yeah, we get 2 goals. Stamkos gets a power play goal. All right, Stamkos, he's had a good series so far. He's had a good series. 3 goals in 4 games, and he probably had a few assists here or there, all right? Good series for Stamkos. Way to go. All right, so Dustin Brown got 1 as well. It's not over yet. Let's get to the end of the second period with still the 2-goal lead, all right? Second period. All right, we got a 3-goal lead. There's no way Sub-Zero allows 3 goals in the third period. There's no way. He's going to shut the door now. He's definitely going to do it. Third period. Yep, here it comes. Here it comes, boys. We steamrolled the Winnipeg Jets. They got 1. Don't worry about it, Subban. Don't worry about it, Sub-Zero. There we go. Another goal for the Nuge. Empty netter. It doesn't matter because the routine is in place. And the Tampa Bay Lightning run right through the Winnipeg Jets. And that's why I didn't want to change up the lines. Whatever lines we have right now, it's working for us. It's clicking for us right now. All right? And yeah, it was definitely the Boston Bruins offensive players because they can all play defense because it was no problem at all scoring goals in this series. No problem at all right? Winnipeg Jets just couldn't hold us down. And you know what? We swept them without Trent Lofthouse on the team. Very good series, boys. Very good. So let's go back to our AHL team. We're tied 2-2 in the series. So let's go ahead here. Don't worry, I can tell when the NHL games come up. Here we go. This is a big series. Oh, we're down. We've lost 3 in a row. It's because we've taken Piero Zobatel away from the team. Stop simulation. The game's right here, so we can know one more. All right, we can simulate one more game. There you go. All right, so our AHL team lost 4-2, lost 4 in a row after being up 2-0. That's all right. It's because we took away Piero Zobatel and not Bisson. Who was it? Bowen. Yeah, 2 players from the AHL team were probably first liners. But what are you going to do? The Stanley Cup is more important than the Calder. Any day. Any day. And here we go again. A rematch from last year's Eastern Conference Finals when we beat the Pittsburgh Penguins. They want their revenge. We got the Pittsburgh Penguins in the Eastern Conference Finals. Now, let's quickly check out the player stats. I know you guys want to see that. I didn't do it in the last one. We don't have to check out team stats. Don't worry about that. All right, the team stats, we haven't played enough games for it to really really matter to make a difference. All we've played is, 11 games so far. So the stats are going to be all over the place. All right, so let's check out forwards here. Who's producing for us? All right. Our top point producer is the Nuge, 11 points in 11 games. Very nice. Our second top point producer, Granny Smith, baby. I'm glad I held on to this guy. 9 points in 11 games at $3 million a year. Definitely do it. He's definitely worth the cap hit or the salary or whatever you want to call it. This guy's doing good for us. Finally, you give him the minutes and he's producing for us. Braden Shen, same thing, third liner. I'm glad I signed this guy. I'm glad I free up some cap space to grab this guy because this guy is great for us. Sagan, 8 points in 11 games. This guy is Mr. Consistency. No, he's not blowing other teams out, but he always has a good amount of points, and he's a playoff performer as well. Remember last year. Stamkos, all right, he's having a good playoff run. All right, he definitely picked it up there in the second round. 8 points in 11 games. He's right there. I mean, one good game with 3 or 4 points, and he's right back up to being a point-a-game player, right? So Stamkos is having a good playoff run. Nick Ritchie, ever since moving him to the first line, 6 points in 11 games. Way to go. Len Little, 6 points in 8 games. He's had some injuries, but when he's back, he's getting points. Harper, 5 points in 11 games. All right. Lofthouse, 4 points in 8 games. The guy's injured right now. He's probably going to be gone for the whole playoffs. Dustin Brown, 4 points in 11 games. Lemieux, 3. Piero Zobatel, 1 in 6 games, but it was an overtime winner, so that was a huge 1 point. A Golden, no points, but that's all right. Don't worry about that. Plus, minus, all right. Everyone's not doing that bad. That was an easy Winnipeg series. It was definitely a stat padding series. Defenseman, Beaulieu, he's got 6 points in 11 games. Ekman Larson, 4. Shattenkirk, 4. Hedman, 3. Bisson, 1. Bowen's got 0, but he's also a +2 with no points. All right. Fensky, he was a -2. Now, I'm not saying, Fensky had the Boston series. All right. The first 3 games of the Boston series. All right. Bowen's been 8 games, so it's hard to get on him for the plus-minus. But that's what I mean. With Bowen and Malcolm Subban in the net, we are 7-0. All right. Or 8-0 actually now. Yeah, 8-0. So I got to run with Bowen. I have to. Our team is just doing too good right now. I have to run with them. And goalies, Bernie Mac had 2 points. Yeah, he had 4 games played. He definitely started that third game. I don't know why, because when we checked the lines afterwards, Subban was back in the net, so I didn't do best lines or anything. I guess the coach just decided, hey, Bernier, I want him in the net. I don't know why, man. And then he pulled him after 1 goal. That's weird. That is really weird, but whatever. Bernie Mac's got a 2.81 goals against average. Subban's got a 1 goals against average. Jesus. He's 7-0 in the playoffs. Bernie Mac is 1-2. How is he 1-2? Where's the third loss against Boston? Man, this game is weird with the stats right now. Something funky's going on. And he got that 1 win against Winnipeg, even though he got pulled. Whatever. Save percentage, Subban has .965. Unbelievable. Very nice. So Subban Sub-Zero is definitely playing very good for us, all right? So let's quickly check out the playoff tree. All right, the Western Conference, Colorado beat Minnesota, and Dallas beat Edmonton. Edmonton's still not doing good. They're really regretting that trade, I tell you. So it's Colorado versus Dallas in the Western Conference. So if we get there, it's going to be a new team that we have to face. And in the East, the Pittsburgh Penguins beat the Montreal Canadiens, and we beat the Winnipeg Jets. So back-to-back years, Eastern Conference Finals are the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Pittsburgh Penguins, all right? So there's your final 4, boys. Crosby and Malkin are going to want their revenge, and they're the third-seeded team, so they definitely have some good players still. We know they have some good players, so it's going to be another good series, all right? But we're on a roll, 8-0. All right, we're on an 8-0 roll right now, so we're the team to beat in these playoffs, definitely, all right? Poor Boston, they're just shaking their heads on what could have been. All right, boys, so the Eastern Conference Finals, and that's coming up next. See you guys there.